Once upon a time, evil spirits dwelled here in these parts, and in a sense, they still do. I will tell you a story. It happened long ago, even before the revolution. It happened here, not far from Cherdin. I heard my grandmother tell it. A man was fostering an orphan girl. He was a Noah. Everyone called him Old Yegor. She didn't want to become a witch, but he taught her his craft. She was to be married to a special young man. I can't recall what exactly happened, but this young man took his own life. He was later buried beyond the gates of the churchyard, which meant that he would pass straight to hell. As for the orphan, Vasilisa, she refused to accept it. She was intent on bringing back his soul from the inferno. To do this, she would need to break the 7 seals of the Black Book, which Old Yegor kept, and retrieve him. And it was for that reason that Vasilisa agreed to become a witch. But to become one, she needed to be initiated in a banya or at a crossroads. And so, Vasilisa set out for the crossroads.
I slept poorly last night. Been waiting, hoping for you to return, but you haven't. You never sat at the table. Where are you now, sweetheart? Where are you headed? From relatives and from the warm summer, you've departed. There's no entrance or exit for you, it seems. Cold Mother Earth. There isn't even a churchyard fence to hold on to. Enough. I don't believe you would do this to yourself. It'll all be well. All will be well. I'll accept this knowledge from Grandpa, though I know what you thought of that. But there's no other choice. I'll drag you from that road myself. Sleep for now. Sleep. I won't be long.
The darkness of the night is filled with anticipation. You're at Mikhail's crossroads, along with Old Yegor. You know the ritual that has to be done, but you've never thought of what might happen once it's complete. However, the time to draw the circle has come.
Where have you been? It will be midnight soon. Go over there, by that milepost. Everything you need for the ritual you'll find over there. Take the candles, we'll light them and draw a circle. Well done, Vasilisa. Now let's draw a circle. Be careful not to leave any gaps, otherwise we'll be crushed by evil spirits.
I've made a circle. Is it all right, Grandfather?
The circle is drawn. No gaps, good. Too late to dither now.
You think that I can help him?
Sure you can. You can do anything when you have the book. So says the legend. Well, go on. It's time for you to take my knowledge. Such a long time we've spent together. Parting with it is bittersweet. Well, take it. Would you look at that? What power emanates from the book? The seal is open. It seems great sorcery lurks in you. Well, think about it later. Now speak the words I taught you.
I'll get up without crossing myself, but I will go to the crossroads. On the crossroads, I'll draw a circle and step into it. And I shall speak. Good merchants, come and buy my cat. For this cat, give me neither inconvertible ruble nor a fine hat, but bestow me with knowledge of the dark and eyes with vision sharp. So as I have said, so it will be. My words are stone.
Here are your merchants. Now listen carefully if you value your life. To become a witch, you have to defeat this demon. Time for your first Zagavar. Such enchanted words protect from demons, but this protection fades quickly. Now draw up a complete Zagavar. Good job, Vasya. This demon is nearly beaten. A couple more spells to rid the world of it. Take that, you mangy hellhound! Well, now, Vasya, answer this maw. You'll be a witch as soon as you return. Well, safe travels.
Is that you, Vasilisa? I should congratulate you. For the first seal is open. Only 6 remain. Oh, but will you be able to open the rest? This is another matter entirely.
I'm curious. Can the Black Book grant any wish?
Indeed, as legend dictates. Who knows? Perhaps you shall meet your beloved soon. Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals? No one in heaven, on earth, or beneath it has ever been able to open the scroll or look upon it. Yet.
How do I open the seals?
Oh, can't figure it out by yourself, girl? I'm disappointed in you.
What sort of devil are you?
How rude, Vasilisa. I'm your chief advisor. It is I who grants you the powers of a Khaldun. We will become better acquainted in time, I presume.
Let me return to the land of the living.
Not just yet. Have you forgotten your purpose? I name you a witch. How many demons will you take on for your service?
Well, I will certainly need the help of demons. So give me as many as possible.
That's the spirit. But you are still too weak. Soon you will have 3 Chorts at your command. That's enough for now. Now go. Perhaps we'll meet again. If you manage to open the seals.
What? Well, are you awake? The sun rose while you were coming to. Had to drag you home. I understand it's not easy to pass through the Devil's domain. So, you've seen it?
Huh? Are we home? Seems like it was all a dream. The devil made me a witch.
Well, then it is a good day. What did I tell you? You should have become a witch a long time ago. Well, what's done is done. The legend says that your wish is behind the 7 seals. I could never open the first one. Here's the second seal, the aspen one.
How do I open it? Maybe it was the demon at the crossroads that opened the first.
Perhaps. I think that demons do play a part, but what spirit is the aspen one? I'll have to rack my brain a bit. Maybe there's something in the books? You yourself are a witch now. I knew that you would not let me down. The news of your enlightenment has spread already. Must be the Susetkes who told the heads of the families. Now people will come to you for advice. I am old now, not many teeth left. My Khaldun powers are waning. Now it is you who will help the people around here. Perhaps you will even find the right demon for your problem. Well, while you were coming to your senses, I've already spoken to most of the visitors. There's only one left. He's waiting behind the door. Look around for a start. Your book is over there, on the table. Do you remember how I taught you bookbinding? Afterwards, see to that visitor of yours. Some evil spirit has been giving him trouble. Got it?
Have you yourself met this devil?
I was initiated as a Koldun once. I saw this devil, who gave me my Chorts. I couldn't even lift the first seal. And you, who all you needed was one touch, and it's gone already. It seems there is great power within you. Got it?
I got it, Grandpa. Time to get to work.
Look for the spirits around the district. Maybe we'll get lucky with the seals. We should not tarry. Who knows? Perhaps after 40 days have passed, we won't be able to help. God bless. So, Vasya, have you taken well to learning the mystical arts? Are you curious enough to learn some more?
So how did you become a Khaldun, Grandfather?
I was born in Vilgard, the sixth son of my father, Yevlam Pichurov. It was a big family, not the richest though. When you have so many mouths to feed, it's hard to save money. But we lived well as a family. The house must have been built well. That is to say, I realize this now. Then one year, a seventh brother was born. Timofey, he was called. He was a good lad. He grew up, but I didn't look after him well enough. Heavy is this sin of mine. I still feel guilty. Vasya, having Chorts is a trivial thing. You would do better to protect the ones closest to you, to fight for them. It's knowledge that gives us strength, for we harness their own power against them, with the Chorts under our control. One day I was looking after Timofey. We were playing with the other children, but I lost my patience with the boy. I cursed him severely, sent him to the Leshy. So the Leshy carried him away. We never found Timoshka. He'd vanished. Oh, it's hard to bear these scenes, Vasya. So hard. So I decided to become a Khaldun. I wouldn't let the Dark Ones harm my family ever again. Or so I thought. Well, I'll tell the story of how I became a Khaldun later. Ask me tomorrow. It's hard to remember all these things of the past. You'll understand when you're as old as me.
How can I recognize evil spirits? How can I know when they're before me?
Simple. You've been to the world of the devil, and now you'll see everything for what it is. The only thing is, the darkness will see you too. Demons and spirits will track you down, and as soon as you glance into the darkness, you'll feel their eyes upon you as well. Be strong. Such is our fate. You make your own way.
How's our Izba built?
It was built long ago. Lots of people have lived here since. More than half a century ago, it seems. All according to old rituals. You know them by now. But I don't remember who built it. My grandfather, I suppose.
No, I have to go, Grandfather. We'll talk later.
Oh, God bless Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
God bless.
I come bearing gifts. Some flour for your household. Please, hear me out. I won't waste your time. I'll tell you straight away. Something terrible is happening at the mill. We were working in the night, when suddenly we heard some strange sounds. Then a shadow began to darken in one of the corners. Such a deep blackness. We ran for our lives. You are known for your knowledge in these matters. What should I do now?
During the night shift at the windmill, we heard some strange sounds and saw some strange shifting shadows. What could be behind such emanations? Why do you work at night? Demons are at work.
Jesus Christ.
Well, how do you think the millstones turn? Not by the wind alone, obviously. It's forbidden to work a windmill after nightfall.
But what do we do now? I did everything right when I built it. Please, help me. I have this old item that you might find useful.
You'd better cough it up if we help you. All right, Vasya. Look into what's going on with that place. The demon there may be of use to us, you know?
I'll find out what's going on with your chort.
Oh, thank you. I was told you wouldn't let me down. Goodbye for now.
He's not your average miller. Usually they consort with a leshy, but this miller has some chort. Well, I'll study these seals while you're off dealing with the mill. And to make your trip a bit easier, take this herb. It is called an Adam's head. It will heal you up if anything goes sideways. Time for you to be on your way. Evil spirits won't quell themselves. Well, you get all that? Wanna ask anything else?
Where do I find this windmill?
Don't you remember the one to the north of Vilgord? The devil haunts that place at night, people say. Go there and be back home by sunrise. We have much to do.
How do I use the herbs anyway?
Well, it's quite simple. Use them in battle to close up your wounds.
Got it, Grandfather. It's time to go. See you tomorrow.
Wait! One more thing. I've sent a chort to Kusheva village. He must have cursed someone. Go there and fix it. You'll earn some money in process.
All right, Grandpa.
You stealthily creep by the village houses. At least, you thought you were being stealthy. You hear a familiar voice calling out from one of the windows overhanging the street.
Washa, wait! I have business with you. Hush! We'd better whisper. I've got this neighbor and I hate her guts. So curse her a bit, will you? Use a killer curse or something. Not a strong one. I've got a gift ready for you.
I don't have time for this. I'm on my way to help the miller.
You wait for the peasant to leave, then read a black zagavar to curse him. You notice a noisy family gathering in front of one of the houses. It's unusual to see an entire family out on the street at this hour. Strange, muffled sounds are coming from inside their house. Falling cutlery, furniture moving around.
Good evening to you, Vasilisa. God himself has sent you to us tonight. Everything has been turned upside down in our house. The enemy of man is haunting our house. The devil himself is here. Everyone is scared senseless.
How did it manage to get in here? It's no simple matter for a chort to get inside a human dwelling. What did you do yesterday?
We just had some tea. Natalia likes it a lot. She's quite fond of tea. Then we prayed and went to sleep. And in the middle of the night, it all started.
Tea time turned into a chort invasion. I wonder why these demons appeared in the first place. And did you make the sign of the cross over the samovar?
That must be it. We didn't mark the samovar with a cross.
You must do this. And please remember next time.
You're such a great knower, Vasya. Please, won't you help us? Don't leave us this way.
Oh, very well. I will help you. It's no good sleeping on the street, is it?
Thank you, Vasilisa. Have some milk for you, Johnny.
You come inside the izba. Everything is in complete disarray. The Chorts have certainly had their way here. You make the sign of the cross and take a couple of careful steps deeper inside. The demons have made a mess. They threw the dishes and cooking pots around, but luckily, the brass utensils seem to be intact. The most damaged part is the shrine in the corner. The icon cases are damaged, and the candles are broken. You approach the overturned samovar. Suddenly, it shakes and starts to move, and red eyes light up the darkened room. A demon is here. The elders of the family bow to you and thank you for helping them. They also give thanks to God for bringing you here. The girl, Axinia, assures you that from now on every jar in the house will be crossed. The silver glow of the moon catches glimpses of the foul water. The chilled northern night air is split by dull croaks coming from the swamp. You quickly draw a circle on the soft swamp soil and light the candles. A moment passes, and then another. Finally, a demon appears and lunges at your defensive circle. Standing amidst the black wooden figures, you hear a rustle in the trees. You read the protective spells, but out comes a person, not a demon. An ancient woman dressed in old clothes. It would seem you have come across a beggar.
Oh, a witch, a witch! I can smell your kind from a mile away. Can you spare a few coins? I don't need much to get by. A person is only as good as they are charitable.
Here you are. Don't forget me in your prayers.
Thank you. I'll pray for your lost soul. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this, a healing herb.
Near the forest's edge, you see a white towel on an old stump. Someone has left a bottle of milk and some piragi. Near these gifts is a birch charter. Peasants from Bigici village are asking the Leshi to take care of their cattle. You draw up a new charter. Now the Ljeshi will be helping peasants from Vilgard. If evil spirits help anyone, they should help your village, not the inhabitants of Bigici. On a hillside near Kacheva Lake, you see two silhouettes. One is combing the other's long hair. There is something strange in his uneven movements, something that gives you shivers. The black figures disappear as soon as you recite the name of God. While traveling through the woods, you stumble upon a snake's nest. Baby snakes are still inside their eggs. Fortunately, the mother snake does not seem to be around. You make a small wall of stones around the nest and wait for the larger snake to come back. The mother snake soon returns. Seeing the barrier, she fruitlessly tries to get past, but soon leaves. Some time passes, and the snake comes back with a bunch of grass in its mouth. The snake touches the grassy mass to the stone barrier, and the wall instantly collapses. The snake is reunited with its nest. You quickly grab the grass before the snake hides it. It smells of rust. The only noticeable thing about it is the cross shape made by 4 leaves. Fortune has smiled upon you. You have found a break herb, a bundle of aromatic weeds that opens locks and barriers. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way. Gloomy windmill arms creak in the distance, parting the pre-dawn fog. The shadow of an owl passes overhead. It crosses your path, a bad omen, since man's path and man's destiny are as one. Yet, could it be it was trying to point you somewhere? You read a protective Zagavar and feel that the ancient words help you. You continue your journey with confidence. Besides, a bit of extra training never hurts. You meet 2 travelers from Bigici village who are on their way to the fields. The 3 of you continue on your journey together. Near the mouth of a chasm, one of them jokingly tries to shove you into the pit. You play along, thinking it was meant in jest. However, a moment later, it stops being funny. The peasant is inhumanly strong. He overpowers you, and you go tumbling down off the edge of the chasm. You come to your senses at the bottom of a narrow ravine. The trees rustle loudly in the wind. You walk around the windmill and approach the Chud forest. The grim silence envelops you. The only sound you hear is of the fir branches, whispering in the morning fog. Suddenly, you see a swarm of Chorts flying out of the side of the building, gleefully throwing around pieces of the windmill's wooden machinery. The Chort swarm dives into the gloom with a chorus of angry screams. As the forest sinks into silence, you inspect the windmill's debris. Among some wooden logs and mechanical parts, you find a small sack of flour and pick it up. The spruce branches part, and an old mill stands before you. This place is filled with legends and stories from the surrounding villages. Those who visited this place at dusk, or worse, at night, speak of dark phantoms in the windows of the mill, of sudden gusts of wind and other devilry. It is what they call a bad place. It's a carrier log. It's used to turn the mill. The old wood creaks in the wind. You can climb inside using a log. There is a small hole in the wall. The old windmill is creaking from the cold wind. It is not so often that you see this kind of mill in Cherden Uyezd. You try to clamber up, but your misstep leads to a painful fall. Another attempt, and you are safe inside. You study the cabinet. Among various krinkas, old pots, and birch bark containers, you find a sack with silver rubles. It might be of some use to you. You choose to take the money. The miller will hardly miss it. A broken block of wood is near the wall. It seems to be part of the windmill's mechanism and the reason why the grindstones are standing still. Through a hole in the wall, you see the woods of Chirdin.
I expected to see a wretched old man, not a beautiful maiden. Why are you here, then?
Well, what do you want with the windmill, then?
Haven't you figured it out? Perhaps I was wrong about you. I thought of you to be a strong witch, a master of wit, deduction, and intellect. One endowed with knowledge that others do not possess. I guess not.
The windmill is possessed. But is the demon's presence here as spontaneous as it appears to be? I must think about why he's here in the first place. You were summoned by a sacrifice. You've been here since your creation.
Well, you are knowledgeable indeed. Not to mention, I'm bound to this pitiful miller, but I desire a powerful master. Take me as your servant. My sacrifice will attract someone more agreeable, and you will have both your reward from the miller and the reward of my presence.
Well, so be it. I could use a chort like you, if not just for the conversation.
Wait. Perhaps you are not as strong as you seem. There is yet to be such a Khaldun who can outmatch the 13th brother. So arrogant. Do you really think you can defeat this ancient spirit?
Yes, My book will help me.
This can't be. The book. It is a legendary artifact. I never gave up before, and I'm not going to now.
You take the demon into your personal service. He will ask for work, like any other chort. The mill is now without a spirit, but this is none of your concern.
And then he disappeared. He won't be interfering with work at the windmill anymore.
So, you took up a new chort. Hope it doesn't backfire. Well, while you were gone, I had some thoughts about the seals. Every single piece has its meaning, and every seal requires a demon. The second one is the aspen one. We'll have to think what to do next.
Can't we open the others right away?
I doubt that, but who knows? Look around a bit and maybe you'll fortune upon the right chort.
The first seal was opened by touch, and that was all. How do I open the second?
Well, not by simply touching the asp, that's for sure. I think we need evil spirits. So we'll find the aspen demons.
Where do you think we can find them, Grandfather?
I don't know yet. I'll have to think on it. Go deal with the things you can at the moment, and let me think.
I see. Time to get to work then. The Chorts are back.
I sent them to perform an arduous task. That's why they weren't around.
Now I should give them tasks?
Well, what did you expect? You knew what you signed up for. Everything has a price, especially wishes. If you don't want them to torture you, send them to curse people. That's the life of a Khaldun for you.
And if I don't want to curse anyone?
Then suffer. These demons won't leave you alone.
I've seen them before in your Pested. Not often, though.
Now you will see them plenty. You can observe our entire gubernia in your Pister. In the end, you decide what you do with those chorts of yours. God help us. The moment I became a Khaldun, I saw the Uyezd in a completely different light. There is no such place where a demon wouldn't hide. You just noticed? Your own chorts are also a giant pain.
How did you come to be a Khaldun, Grandpa?
Well, told you the other day about the demon stealing Timofey. That's the reason for it. Fighting the pointy-tailed. I heard once that shepherds are no worse. So I became a shepherd boy, helped Prokopy, the holy fool. I shouldn't mention him at night. Knew his way around the forest, that one, and how to find lost cattle. So I studied under him. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll tell you later how I received my knowledge. It's not like I got it from him anyway. Had to bust my butt. In any case, see how I managed to teach you. Appreciate that.
I do, Grandpa. What kind of man was he, that Prokopy?
Not a kind man at all. But of great knowledge. Cursed a lot of people. Practically earned a living that way. Nearly cursed me once.
Are shepherds really knowers?
What makes you think they aren't? Why don't you try finding all the cattle in the forest without a demon's help? One has to know how to ask the old man of the forest for help. And in case a demon steals a cow or something, you have to be able to get it back. You'll have to learn. What did you think? Shepherds lie on their backs all day? You wish.
Demons are the one turning the grindstones at the mill.
Well, the miller won't turn them, that's for sure.
Can't the wind spin them? Do you have to use demons everywhere? It's dangerous, and a sin to boot.
Well, what did you expect? It will soon be the 20th century. The demons might make it easier. If they can start making flour, who knows? Maybe we can teach them to reap, too. You've heard of steam engines, huh? I think there's a steam chort inside, like the one you can find in a samovar.
How did you manage your own chorts?
Nothing to it, really. Just give them something to do. The only thing is they can't manage every task well. Their job is to wreak havoc. They don't like any other sort.
Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa Fyodorovna, it's me again. Came to give my thanks. The spirits have stopped haunting us. Here's what I promised. The spirits, however, took the money I saved for my grandson's books. Well, it is what it is.
Did you study your black pages or not? I'm the one with the aching bones here. Ah, damn knowers. All you can do is lance boils. I'm off to work.
Good riddance. Don't give yourself a hernia. Some people.
Be well and live long. My godmother sends a jug of milk and sends her regards.
Kolya, is that you?
Hello, old Igor.
So, you're back.
Yeah, it's been at least a week.
You sure have grown tall. How tall are you, exactly? 12 vershoks? Well, what brings you here?
I heard about your man, Vasilisa. It's hard to lose loved ones, I know. However, I'm here for another reason. I need your help. Yesterday evening, at a get-together, I made a bet with the lads. They dared me to enter Banya at night. I don't believe all this supernatural stuff you see. When you go to war, you see things you know. I entered this old Banya, the abandoned one, by the river. It was around midnight. I opened the door and saw a sort of blue light, and it was quiet. I reached into the stove, to take a stone. They wouldn't call me chicken if I showed them proof later. Suddenly, a hairy paw grabbed my left hand. Here, look, it left a mark. That devil didn't let me go. All of a sudden, some female voice said, "Marry me." The hand was hot as fire, and then I just lost it, and it kept on asking. And she still held on to me, wouldn't let go, so I told her I would. Then she let me go. I ran as fast as I could. Damn this demonic power. You're a knower. Help me, would you?
Nikolai visited the Banya at midnight, and something grabbed him. What might that be? In the Banya, you say? Well, that's a banicle, right?
Lord Almighty.
So its hand was hairy. What else did you notice?
I couldn't see anything. It was completely dark. The hand was black and hairy.
What did you do with the stone?
Well, I took it with me. To prove to them I wasn't yellow. Didn't tell about the demon, though. Dropped it off at home later. I told my godmother, and she sent me here right away.
Ah, wise woman, your godmother.
All right, I won't leave you to the wolves.
Vasilisa, take a closer look at the demon. This banyak may have an aspen seal on her. Go to the old Banya tonight, both of you. Talk to the demon and find out why she wants to marry you. You, Kolya, use this balm on your left eye to see the demons. Don't forget the stone, Kolya.
I'll wait for you outside.
Hey, Vasya, they say you're a knower now. This may be of interest to you then. The other day we were gathering berries by Kajil Lake. By the way, I have brought you some. It's near Zapolsk, Anyway, we came across this clearing with holes everywhere. The horror! So I thought you might want to go there. Who knows? Perhaps there are evil spirits.
Didn't think I'd be seeking help from nowheres. I've always depended only on myself. My military service? Well, it's quite a story. Maybe later.
You notice a black silhouette on the road. It appears to be shrouded in fog, and is hard to distinguish in the soft lighting of the night. The air is filled with a strange song performed by the demon. You've never heard this melody before. A chill runs down your spine as you listen to the alien melody. You take a step back, then another, and then another. The song soon dies down in the distance. You notice a strange sight in the distance. A ball of snakes is rolling around the woodland road, scales glittering in the moonlight. You remember one of the zagovors that Yegor taught you. You whisper the words and the snake ball falls apart. It seems as though one of the snakes is immune to sorcery, and it slithers right towards you. Near the old gravestones, you see a demon. His eyes are focused on the sky. It seems that he is in deep thought. He merely sighs when he notices you.
Oh, it's you! I remember you falling into hell.
What a talkative chort.
Well, what's so special about that? Me, I flew out of hell and decided to stay for a while. Help me find an answer to a question, and I'll reward you, witch.
Well, sure. Ask away.
I'm searching for an answer. What are the 3 kinds of dates?
You go out on a date with your loved one.
Well, that's one. What are the other 2?
What are the 3 dates? You have one with a loved one, and the second one is? There's a man with such name.
What? Nonsense! You don't know anything, do you? Well, since you're not a knower, I suppose I can kill you.
You're not what we consider an average girl, are you? In that case, I'll show you some fine wares. Here, take a look.
Like a gloomy skeleton of an unknown beast, the old remains of a burnt house stand before you. All the logs are charred black. Some of them have collapsed and are covered with moss. Only the white stove gleams in the moonlight, still intact, even after the fire. You walk around the house. The inside is dark, with logs poking out like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You see a shaggy silhouette of a demon inside. You take several steps inside the hut. You suddenly hear a crack, and one of the burnt boards falls on your head. It's hard to tell who used to live in this izba. You step inside, and you seem to sense the smell of burnt wood. Stars and pine branches are visible above instead of a roof. Suddenly, you notice a shaggy figure near the furnace. As soon as you make a move towards the mysterious figure, it disappears. A ball of baked clay lies where the black spirit once was. You take it with you. You see a friendly flame burning in the distance. You come closer, and soon you are standing in front of a lonely church. Inside it is warm and cozy. It smells of incense and old wooden sculptures. Soon you hear a calm voice.
I don't know if I should bless you, Vasilisa. Your road is a twisted one.
You read a prayer and rest a bit. You approach the open rift. Dried bushes are sticking out of its walls like the rotten teeth of a dead man. You carefully look down. Suddenly, the forest around you is lit by a strange red light. As you look up, you see a fiery ball zigzagging through the sky. Your words are lost among the tree branches. The fiery ball flies away, and everything is silent again. There's a rotting bridge over a small river, a tributary of the Kolva. In the moonlight, you discern a strange silhouette on the other side of the bank. You take several steps towards the silhouette, but it disappears in the morning mist. A chill runs down your spine. Night travels are not the most convenient ones. In the darkness, you can stumble upon any kind of evil spirits. This is precisely what happens now. You step into a silent meadow where a demon is drinking tea from a samovar. You step into a silent meadow where a demon is drinking tea from a samovar. He notices you and invites you to join him. Your friend isn't familiar with demonic etiquette. He rushes headlong into battle. Dark pine branches move to the sides, and you see a meadow strewn with old, overgrown pits. You come closer and look into one of them. The green of the meadow drops into the open maw of the pit, from which you sense the cold of the grave. God knows who dug them up, and why. You start to inspect the pits one by one. You take one careless step and tumble down. Luckily, the pit is not that deep, and you climb out with ease. You frequently look around. You feel as if someone is watching you. You almost decide to give up finding anything in these mysterious pits when you notice an old grave at the bottom of one of them. A grim pit is filled with a damp stench. You see an old cross covered with a rotten towel. Near the grave, there is a small pot with an offering to the dead. The old cross is covered with moss, and mushrooms grow at its foot. You feel uncomfortable near the grave of the unclean dead. In the pot by the gravestone, you find a couple of gold coins, which you quickly pocket. But it seems to have disturbed the dead man. Suddenly, a white spirit rises from the grave. You hear a familiar voice. Young folk are having an evening gathering, although it's not the best season for it.
Hi, Vasya! I know you have no time, but sing at least one song with us, for old time's sake!
All right, but just one.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Here at last, and all these demons in these parts, I had never thought.
Evil spirits have always been here, but you won't be able to see them without me. These Chorts harm people, but nobody can even see them.
Enemies here as well. No place is safe these days, I guess. I've been thinking, why did the spirit attack me? Someone must have been there before me.
Well, first of all, it was nighttime, and evil is strongest at night. Besides, why did the evil spirit attack Nikolai? Banniks sure love their rituals. You didn't ask to be let in, did you?
No, I didn't. I just walked in.
Well, there you have it. The spirit took notice of that right away.
You don't say.
The banya has sunk a little. That's why it got stuck, I think. You're a strong fellow. You open it.
I can do that, sure. But could you put Zagavor or something on me so no one grabs me?
Wait here. I'll look around first.
Here it is, the old banya. The things it saw during its lifetime.
Well, is it time?
All right, I know just the thing. Stand still. Let me, kind Bannock, pay a visit to your home. Repeat after me, Kolya.
Let me host Bannik.
Now, let's think of what to do with this bride of yours. She's been waiting for us, I suppose. That blue light has been shining here, right until we came in. Let's summon her and ask some questions.
All right. You other know we're here.
First, let us prepare. In order for the Bannock to know we're here, let's heat up the stove. And that stone that you took, put it back.
It's better if you do it. I sort of forgot how when serving in the army.
Really? Very well. I'll draw a circle to be safe. I don't think your bride is evil, though.
Better safe than sorry, Vasya.
After that, we'll step into the circle. I'll read a special spell, and just like that, she should appear.
Vasya, you are a knower, no doubt about it.
Well, let's get to work.
Well, I've placed the stone on the stove. Only thing left is to light it. Well, is it time?
Yes, it is, Kolya. As soon as I start reading, the demon will appear. You look a bit clammy. Is it that hot in here for you? If you step out of the circle, she'll strangle you.
All right, I get it. I'll stand still.
Here we go. Bannock, my hostess, let us wash and steam.
Wait. Don't run. Hear me out.
Jesus and his troops!
Don't move. Let me talk with this Bannock.
Wait. I'm not a demon. I'm an ordinary girl.
An ordinary girl, you say? Bannock says that she's but an ordinary girl. Is that a demonic trick? What is she then? If you're not a demon, you must be a changeling.
Yes. You're truly a knower. Well, it is as I said. I've been living in the world of demons for a long time. 18 years. I've grown to resemble them. I was still a child and came to wash with my mother. I did something wrong. I can't remember what, but my mother said, "Devil take you." And so, an Abdericha took me. Help me, Vasilisa. You're my only hope.
Where have you been all this time?
We wandered the banyas. I got sent where the stove was hot. Such was my life. Now we live in this old one.
Do you know anything about aspen demons?
No, I don't. But I can ask the Abdericha.
How do we bring you back?
To escape her, I need to get closer to the mortal world. Bring me a good belt and a cross, the kind that's worn on the skin, and find me a name. Then the Abdericha will have to marry me to someone. You, young fellow, don't you let me down. Only you can do it.
I will help. I promise you my word.
What kind of cross do you need?
Just any cross won't do. I've been living with evil spirits for too long. I need one that's been worn by a demon.
Well, that's a puzzle. Where can we find a God-fearing Chort?
Oh, I don't know. Your friend is a knower. You'll think of something.
Where can we find the belt?
I need a special belt as well. It has to be woven by a skilled witch.
We can give you the name right away.
No, that won't do. The name has to be one from Sviatsi and given by a priest.
All right, we'll help you. It's wrong to abandon a Christian soul. Besides, you already have a groom.
Of course we'll help.
Thank you. Bring me a cross worn by a demon, a name, and a belt crafted by a witch. I think I hear the roosters. I need to go. Come back again with the gifts. I'll be waiting. Until we see you again.
The demon crawls back under the bench and disappears into black flame. You return to old Yegor's house and think about what to do next.
But she needs a cross that was worn by a demon, a human name, and an enchanted belt. Then she hid under the bench.
What a job you have. Worse than fighting the Turks.
This is our destiny. A changeling, that bride of yours.
What's a changeling?
The Bath spirit must have switched her at birth, I imagine. Now, Vasilisa, can you guess how shall we lift the aspen seal?
What demon is necessary for the book to open the aspen seal? That Abdiricha switched the girl with an aspen log. A log is a demon itself.
Well done, Vasya. My teachings weren't for naught. The changeling from the ethereal world. These infants don't grow up, as you know. The question is, should we waste our time on the bride's requests if we ourselves can find this changeling?
We can't abandon a Christian soul to evil spirits.
If I were you, I'd think whether I should take a demon for a wife.
Only a devil will marry a soldier like me.
We haven't heard of such a child up until now. This means that the parents keep it secret.
Right. The demon might have gobbled up her parents. Without that demon bride, we won't find it.
You'll help me then?
We will. But what should we start with? Huh? What was it she asked for?
A cross worn by a demon. Is such a thing possible?
Everything is possible, Vasilisa, if you think about it. I heard that an ikotnitsa appeared in Yenidor recently. Go there and take her cross.
Then I'll start with the cross. What could be more important?
In Yanidor, you'll find Evdokia Fokovna. They say her daughter was possessed by Ikota. So, did you get all that?
Who is that Ikotka?
Come on, don't you remember? This one time, a woman from Pokcha came to us, so that we could whisper some zagovars over her. And then a chort, size of a vershok, escaped from her.
Oh, so that was an Ikotnitsa.
Well, yes, this Ikota chort talked with us for a bit, remember?
I really don't like dealing with the possessed.
Well, nothing can be done about that. So, did you get all that?
Where can we find that woman in Yenidor?
Her house is closer to the edge of the village, the one with carved gates. So, did you get all that?
What not to get? Go to the Kotnitsa and take her cross. What was that with the stove? As if I'd believe that you forgot how to kindle it. And then you got a bit too scared when the demon girl grabbed you with the fire.
It is as you say, Vaisa. It's not about the stove. I don't know what's wrong with me. There was this one incident. Since then, I'm not myself when I see any fire. I'm scared of it something awful. That's exactly the reason why the lads dared me to go to the banya. They heard the rumors and wanted to have a bit of fun at my expense. Only I'm not one to give up so easily.
But why? What's wrong with fire?
Oh, it's a long story.
So how did you end up a soldier?
Well, they took me as a recruit. You were just a kid then and don't remember much about it, I gather. Old Yegor just took you in after your parents.
Well, when you went into the service, was it by your own choice?
Aye, by choice. To be honest, some other lad drew the lot, but we have a large family. And I'm a hot-headed guy.
Right, and a fine one.
Ha! Quite right. It was my decision. I made my way to my field regiment, and they sent us to fight the Turks.
Did they give you your cross there?
Aye. That's a different story. I'll tell it later.
Do you plan to marry that girl or not?
Let's help her first, won't we? She must be a strong girl to pull through that sort of thing. Maybe God sent her.
A demon? Sent by God?
Well, she said she was a changeling, didn't she? The girls of my age are all married. Who would marry an old soldier anyway? Only a demon.
About the fire. Would it take very long to tell the story?
Maybe not that long. Anyway, don't be such a bath broom. I'll tell you some other time. Don't you have anything else to do? Vasilisa, listen. Thank you for your help with the banya.
Don't thank me yet. We still need to free the girl.
It's just that I wouldn't be able to go at all if it weren't for you. Here, I want to give you this. Here, take it.
What's that? A deck of playing cards or something?
Sure is. Been saving them for some time. They are antique, but first class. I'll teach you to play if you wish.
They say the devil himself is not averse to a good game of durak.
Get out of here, you meddling kids, or you'll get it!
Run! He saw us!
Wait, maybe they're here on business. Well, speak up.
Oh, Vasilisa! We saw such a scary thing! West of Yenidor, there's a scary isba! Evil spirits live there for sure!
Why do you say that?
See for yourself! They say there used to be a party every day, but now it stands silent as the grave! Saw it for ourselves!
Well, you'll wind up in graves yourselves if you go wandering like that.
Run!